I want to talk about the line of Flash Funko Pops with the Flash movie coming out. So let's do it. So yeah, we're talking about the Flash Funko Pops today. Just going through every single one that they're revealing. Now, I've actually already got 5 of them. So what I'm going to do is show you which 5 I've got as and when we come across them in the glam shots. So, of course, the first thing we have to do is go through some of the ones that are like the mainstay ones, the ones that are coming out as part of commons. So, of course, you get the backs of these, and they sort of reveal the commons. So, in some cases, I'll go by the video, in some cases, I'll go by the Funko Pop. But the way that they've sort of revealed them, some of them are a bit more exclusives than they are Funko, than common, basically. But yeah, that's just one of the ones I've got, but you didn't see it. You did not see it. Anyway, so of course we have the regular Barry Allen, the boring old, him standing there, nothing exciting. I don't mind it. I quite like the suit. It does remind me a little bit of this guy, you know. There are similar aspects to the suit. Like, you got these little bolts on his head. They're gold on this new suit. But obviously this is the Grant Gustin Barry Allen. So he is going to go back to where he came from. Yeah, I don't know what is wrong with me sometimes. I like it, and I will be getting it. I'll point out as well which ones I will be getting. We also have a Michael Keaton Batman, which I really like the look of. There is another version that we'll get to. In fact, there's another 2 versions that we'll get to later. Or 3 versions we'll talk about. But there are 2 in particular that I have actually got in front of me right now. That, again, I'll talk about them when I get to them. So, we also have Supergirl. Interesting pop. I do enjoy what this looks like. Will I be getting it? Yes, I will. I will be getting most of this set. I noticed that not a lot of people talk about this, and I think it's down to the Ezra Miller thing. I don't see this film doing very well. And again, it's simply down to the Ezra Miller and what he's been up to recently. So yeah, these pops aren't selling anytime soon. I just don't see them doing as well as they usually do. So here we have, next up, the first one that I'm going to be showing you. And it is actually the one that I ironically picked up when I was showing you the back of these. But it is the Dark Flash, which we have here. And this one, you know, we don't know a lot of context based on the movie about this Funko Pop. But it's common. It's one that, like, I wasn't going to get initially just yet until I seen the film. However, I really am looking forward to this film. I'm a big Flash fan. You know, is my second favourite DC character after Superman. So, they're doing a film with him. Of course, I'm going to have the Funko Pops. So that's the first one I actually have. I really, you know, there's a lot of detail to him. But at the same time, we don't know enough to talk about him. So next up we have a few of the like the other commons that we had at the back. These ones were revealed at the 25 years of Funko, which that's where I thought was a bit of a confusion. It's like, are they exclusives or are they not? But they're not, because they're on the back of the common ones. Are they on the back of the... Yeah, okay, so all the exclusive ones still have the common ones at the back. So any ones at the back are commons. So first up we have Barry Allen in his like Proto suit. Now we don't know if this is the Barry Allen that we're following through the film or the second Barry Allen that he comes across in the film. I would assume that it's probably the one that he comes across in the film, because I don't want to see no origins per se. Do we really need a scene where it shows us him getting his powers initially? No. I'm not really a fan of the way this one looks, to be honest with you. The knee pads and everything like that. It just looks a bit too... I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of prototype suits. Like, you know, I like the original suits. I like the suits that get down to business. Like the next one. But the next one we're talking about, and this one is another one I've got, and he's also known as Barry Allen, which means he's the second Barry Allen in this film. But this is the suit that he has with the Batman and the bat symbol. You know, it's an old Batman suit that he turns into a Flash suit, so he's got the cut-off horns. I really dig this suit, but this is the Barry Allen, you know, the 1336 Barry Allen. I like this suit. This costume and this design really pops for me. No pun intended. And the detail on it, pop form, is amazing. You know? And, you know, it'll be interesting to see it in the film and see if those details stick. So the next three I want to talk about together. And it's simply because I'm not sure whether or not I will pick any of these ones up. If I'm being perfectly honest, there is only one of these three that I will feel like picking up, and I'm not sexist before we get there. We have the General Zod, the Wonder Woman, and the Iris West. The only one I'm interested in picking up is the General Zod. And that's because I missed out on the Man of Steel one. So this is the closest thing to it. So that is why I'm going with General Zod. The Wonder Woman and the Iris, for me, don't... Meh. The Iris West is such a boring one, and there's so many Wonder Womans out there. To be honest, I'm not the biggest Wonder Woman fan. I love Gal Gadot. But Wonder Woman for me just ain't it. And that is why, for me, the only one I'm looking to pick up out of those three is General Zod. However, that could change after the film, and I could really want these. Or I could be the completionist and want all of them. So the next one I want to talk about, a lot of these are exclusives. Two of which I've got. So we've only got three left of the ones I've already got. So here we have Ben Affleck in his blue suit with the bluish black grey cape. I really love this pop. And I'm looking forward to getting it eventually. But for the time being, I don't need another Batman or I don't need another Ben Affleck Batman per se. I've got two already out of box. Do I need a third? But this one actually I'm intrigued by because of the suit. There's also a battle-worn Batman, which is the Michael Keaton Batman. Again, it does feel like they're just tacking on these to try and get money. Will I pick this one up? I'd probably be more willing to pick this one up than I would the normal Batman, Michael Keaton, because of the one I've already got of Michael Keaton's Batman here for this film. So I probably would be more willing to pick up that one than the common one of the one that we've read talk about in a minute that I've got in front of me. So, yeah, that's probably one I'm going to pick up instead of the normal. We also have this weird Barry Allen robe. Is this really needed in the Funko Pop line? No, not in my opinion, it isn't. Get that out of here. Not a fan of that one at all. Not talking about it. One I really want and did try to get on day of release, but they actually didn't release the same day as the rest, which really surprised me. Three of these I got at the Funko shop, and the two that I've already shown you are the ones that I got at Forbidden Planet in town, in Wolverhampton. So the last three I've got to show you are the exclusives, but this one popped up on the Funko shop, but for some reason didn't get the same day release as the other three that I've got here. So that's the reason why one of the ones I've got is not an original one that I wanted. But anyway, moving on to one of the ones that I have got, and I'm going to talk about these two at the same time because they are the same character. So we have the Diamond Edition of Batman. This is the Michael Keaton Batman. And this is why I said about not picking up the common version of this, because it's the same stance. At least with the Battle Worn one, he's sort of in a different stance, and it's the other arm that's sort of leaning out. But the other exclusive one that we've got here is Michael. I've got him flipped around. Let's change that. Is Michael Keaton's Batman Unmasked. This one This one was one that I had to get day one. This is one that I wanted straight away as soon as I saw it. I'm a big fan of Michael Keaton's Batman, and even though it's grey-haired, like, you know, I do think they could bring out a chase version of this where it's his normal hair and maybe put him in one of the older costumes, just to get a version of that pop, because I don't think they did one. I could be wrong, but I don't think they did. I'll put it up on screen now if they did. But yeah, these are the next two. I love these. These are the two that when I was on the Funko shop, these two were absolutely a must to pick up. The Metallic Flash was also one of the ones I wanted, but it's not the one I got in the end. So I had to get the one that I've got here, which I will show you in a moment. But yeah, those two are great additions nonetheless. So yeah, moving on, and the last page. So the last three that we got to show you here today are, you know, you've got a pop ride, a pop moment, a movie moment, and a glow-in-the-dark special edition exclusive. We're going to talk about the one that I've already got. And I do want all three of these ones that I'm talking about now. But I've got one of those three, which I'm happy about. And that is this glow-in-the-dark special edition Barry Allen running. I love this pop. You know, I'll try and show pictures of all the ones I've got out of box. But in the glam, of course, in the glam shots for all the other ones, they'll all have pictures as well. But for these ones in particular, when I go like that, you might see the normal one next to it, or you might see it after I've moved it. But yeah, I had to get this one. No questions about it. So the last two we are talking about, and I'm going to talk about the pop ride first, and that is Batman in Batwing. This is needed in my collection. Great pop, looks good. This is absolutely needed in my collection. And there's the Batwing, Michael Keaton with Batwing, Batman with Batwing. That is an amazing pop. I cannot wait to get that one in the collection. And then the last one we talked about here is a movie moment. And I find it really interesting to see that a lot of people are, like, on YouTube have been like, oh, I don't know what's going on in this. Can't say that I do, but I do know this. He's not chucking the babies away. He's saving the babies. Okay? I believe in the trailer we do get a moment where there's like a building that's collapsing. And I think this is going to be one of the opening scenes. And Barry's running up the building. And he's going to be saving the babies. That's what I see happening in this scene. Possibly because there's 5 babies here. What I think is going to happen is he's going to collect each one. And he's going to go and find some random civilian and give them the baby in their hand. So there's going to be 5 people down on the ground holding these babies. Barry might even be holding the last one, so there might only be 4 people. But that's what's happening, and I love this Funko Pop, and I've got to get it. The detail on this is crazy, and I absolutely love the look of it. So yeah, that's all the Flash Pops I wanted to talk to you today. Thanks for watching. I've been Scribbo. This has been Scribbo Sphere. I'll see you next time, folks. Goodbye.